putting us live.
Okay.
So who just joined?
Yay!
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 We just went live, so
I knew that.
sure you did. Sure you did.
He sensed it in the universe.
He totally did.
I was waiting there in a dormant state, waiting to go live.
Clearly. Well, for anyone who's watching, welcome to Run Wild with us. You know, you can ask us anything. I'm Lisa Kastner. I'm here with some of our fantabulous editors, acquisition editors / we basically do everything. And we are here with you guys on Thursdays between 5 and 6 p.m. Pacific time, 8 and 9 p.m. Eastern time. And the whole purpose of this is so if you have any questions around, honestly, anything, you're more than welcome to ask. Just put the question into the comments section of whatever venue you're watching. And even if it's not that Thursday between 5 and 6 p.m. Pacific or 8 and 9 p.m. Eastern, it's all good because we actually do check to see if we've gotten questions in the interim, and we'll answer those questions at that point. So Ben, so Cecilia and I were talking about first, what are your plans for the 4th of July? Are you doing anything like woo woo?
When is it? There's your answer.
I'm not telling you now.
No. No plans.
No.
Just sitting in the backyard.
I'm just going. You're doing more than me. I'm just going out tonight with a friend to split like a cheeseburger. So
that sounds good.
Yeah. Super boring. We've got Peter. Hell yeah. Game on. Party.
The band's back together.
The band's back together. Woo. So we were just talking about so what are your plans for the 4th of July weekend?
Yeah, we're trying to make sure our house doesn't explode. So Nate waters the lawn and the roof and everything, because even though fireworks are illegal in our neighborhood, people still light them. So then we bribe other neighbors to walk by our house to make sure it's not on fire, and we leave. We go and we go to a restaurant and eat out, and then we watch a movie, and then we come back when it's all over and are thankful that our house is still
that you still have a house. Oh God. And because Ben's response was, when's the 4th of July? So we're just ignoring him for the rest of that conversation.
We've tried to stay in the house while it's happening, and I swear I go into full cat mode. Like, I'm under the bed, I'm angry, I'm like, aww, why are people doing this? So it's just best if I leave.
That's awesome. I love the description of full cat mode. Like, that's just fabulous.
I'm scared and angry at the same time, but there's nothing to claw at. So I just Nate and Alex just take me out to dinner and a movie, and it's done.
So Peter, what are you guys gonna be?
We have
jamming
to descending on us from Colorado and Arkansas.
Oh, cool!
It's my father-in-law's 81st birthday. So.
Oh, nice!
Wow.
They're all coming in, and we're getting together for the next 5 days or so, and we're gonna go watch the fireworks from a hotel across the harbor.
That's nice.
Wow.
Is his birthday the 4th?
What's that?
Is his birthday on the 4th?
I should know this after 24 years. I don't. It's this weekend.
Okay.
You know, you're a dead man for owning that while you're on a live stream, right?
All I gotta do is sign it. That's what I do.
You're like, dude, I show up.
Suddenly I feel the need to apologize.
I'm the only son-in-law, so yeah, I have that.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'm sleeping in, so I have nothing. Like I'm sleeping in, and I have to write a short story. So, and I have some like, oh, and I have to record our sales pitch to our distributor for our books for the spring 2027. That's so. I'm not doing anything fun. At least you guys are. Well, other than the man who will not be named with an exclamation point to his name. At least you guys are doing something fun.
Well, the men in this group obviously don't know calendars because I don't know his birthday, and the man doesn't know when the 4th of July is. So,
What day is it? What day of the month is that?
I'm not telling you now. What day do you think today is?
I don't know.
See?
There's a blur. It's a blur.
Actually, it should be nicer to you since I literally handed in my manuscript for War Dogs to Ben, like Monday or something like that.
And
So
I can verify receipt.
You can verify.
I even opened
okay,
it today. I opened it today and everything.
Really? And you went, oh my God, she actually wrote something.
This does exist.
It does exist.
Oh my gosh, you guys.
Hmm?
Today is National Forgot Day. I'm not kidding. If you didn't remember the day or you don't know what time it is, or it's National Forgot Day for sure. It's a day dedicated to clearing your conscience over things you might have overlooked or forgotten to do.
So it's yesterday nor tomorrow, right?
Right.
Okay.
So if you're
every
wondering,
day though,
yeah,
can we count it for every day?
Every day is National Forgot Day.
Yeah. Yep.
I've been practicing. I've been practicing for today. My warm-up.
See? Good to know. Good to know.
It'll be the theme.
Well, it sounds like it. So what have you guys been up to? Like, what's exciting? Okay, how about what's boring?
My author had a online conversation with her.
So cool.
We had a nice half-hour, 45-minute chat about what was going on with the book, what worked, what didn't work. Mm-hmm. I explained why some of my annotations, like the XXX and the YYY, didn't mean yawn or, my God, destroy this. It means that's a place marker. That's all it means. So she's like, oh, okay. But
aww.
She's like, I'll get this done by the end of July. I'm like, no, you won't. Okay. It's 416 pages. You're not going to get this done by the end of July. Because I line edited fully up until about halfway through the book, 2/3. And I'm like, by this point forward, you'll understand what I meant with my comments and my questions up to this point to go through the rest of the book yourself and pick up what you missed. Now, granted, towards the middle and the end of the book, there were some really nice passages, but still some of the basic errors were there about where are we, what are we looking at, what's going on in this moment, kind of thing. But it was a good conversation, and I'm excited. And she did bump her proposed return date to end of August, mid-September. So that's a little bit more reasonable.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. And Curtis Smith has his first batch of books for Stepsisters. He just
woohoo!
Yep. So he's going to start passing those around to reviewers. He's going to start offering them at readings, and we're able to get some blurbs that he received recently onto the cover on the next batch of printing. So that's coming out September 2nd.
Very cool.
Mm-hmm. That's exciting.
So Cecilia, what have you been up to?
Well, I have 2 manuscripts returned from authors, so I'll get started on those next week. And then the story that I submitted to Running Wild Press and got accepted in December, the editor is starting the edits.
Oh wow!
So for any authors out there who wonder how long it takes an editor, because we're working on other projects as well. So it has taken me from December until now for my editor to begin working on it. So I'll be getting those comments back. And that's very exciting for me because then I'll get to see it from the other side, like the author getting all of these comments back from an editor. So I'm super excited. So my advice to other authors out there is be patient. It does happen. And when it does, it's just as exciting as when you get your acceptance. So it's worth it. It's worth it to wait and to, for your own editor's sanity. I mean, they can't be working on several different things all at once. So it's good to have your editor in a good place when they're starting. So, just be patient, hold on. They haven't forgotten about you. And it's coming. So I'm super excited about that. And then I got the surprise of my life a few days ago. So Wigleaf is a literary journal that is, it was one of my dream journals, like when I was first writing, like for very short stories. If I could get accepted in there, that would be great. I never did. I stopped submitting there years ago. I never submit there anymore, but they keep this top 50 list of, they look at other journals and magazines and they keep a top 50 list of stories that they like each year. And one of my stories that I submitted to another magazine got picked for the long list. I didn't make the list, but I made the long list and I was like ecstatic. I just thought
cool.
That never happened. So I was very excited, and I wouldn't have known unless another editor at Flash Fiction magazine had told me in one of our Slack chats for that magazine. So it was another editor who told me. I had no idea. They don't send out a notice or anything. So I was really excited. Yeah. I've been writing fiction for 10 years now. So it takes a while. It takes a while to build your skill and to build your networks and to start getting things out there and knowing where to submit. So you just keep going.
Which reminds me, so Anne Michelle Harris, her novel North was named she was named the best science fiction and fantasy author by Georgia Book Awards.
Yeah, that's amazing.
And
I saw that.
I mean, like, now mind you, I was her air quotes editor because like I just basically went, wow, she knows what she's doing, and just did some like cleanup here and there, like and I'm not saying that in any sarcasm, like seriously, like she knows her fill in the expletive, so and then she knows her craft big time. And then sure, give me the proper language, sure. And then Shonda Buchanan received the Poetry Book of the Year award by the Black Caucus of the American Library Association at the American Library Association convention this past weekend. So huge congrats to some of our absolutely phenomenal authors. Like, you're Cecilia, you being longlisted reminded me of that. So I just wanted to put that out there before we move on to Ben and his accomplishments for the week. And if there's any if there's any topics you guys want us to cover as well. So
yeah, speaking of authors who know their craft, I was Shonda's editor, and it was evident right up front. Just get out of the way, and read it and discuss it. But there was very little, if any, changes to the manuscript itself. I think I helped her with her acknowledgement page, but but the rest of the time it was just get out of the way. Just get out of the way. And a 180 from that is I did get War Dogs today.
Bite me.
Actually, I got 2 days ago, but like I said, I did open it, and it is behind a novel that we're rewriting the end. We got to the end and it fell apart. It was dangerously close to just not being worth the whole thing. And I told the author
Ooh.
that, and she said, "Well, we don't want that."
Mm.
I said, no, we don't. But the pieces were there. It's just a matter of making it a feasible ending of a good story. And then so we're going to give it a hero, a heroine, and a villain, and then and a big explosion.
Ooh.
That
it
is
4th
not
of July?
Cecilia's house.
Yeah, it's in a cave.
Is it
It's
my
in a
neighbor?
cave full of airline fuel, jet fuel, and
Oh,
we're going to
my.
blow that up.
Okay.
And we're going to kill the villain, save the heroine, and the hero's in the meadow waiting outside.
Wow.
Oh, okay. Wow.
I'll read it. I want to read that.
Yeah,
Me too.
just the
Yeah.
end. I should have spoiler alerted that, I guess, but
Oh,
Yeah.
well, you know.
you'll have to
but
read
you
the rest
still-
about the cave because it's the name of it is a girl of the cave.
Okay. Oh,
And,
interesting.
Yeah,
hmm
it's been a polishing effort, but
Mm,
a good relationship with the author. She's
Got it.
been very appreciative of the suggestions and the changes to the writing, and that's rewarding to me.
you know, it's
Oh.
funny. Sorry. Keep
No, go
going.
ahead.
I was just going to kind of piggybacking on a little bit of what Cecilia was talking about, like when you actually hand a book in to your editor, you know, I know no matter how long I've been writing, and I feel like this will still be true when I'm in my 90s or my 200s or what have you, you know, even if I'm like, oh my God, this is fabulous, there's a part of me that always goes, you know, he's going to hate it, right? And he's going to come back with like such severe feedback that you're going to want to booger cry, right? Like, and I don't say that to like, this is not like a let's make Ben feel guilty thing at all. This is a for real. Like, this is, it doesn't
I'm
matter.
going full
who
cat mode. I'm underneath the bed already.
right? Exactly. But this is with every single editor. And like, I had a short story in Weird Tales, and I really loved it. Like, I thought it was a really fun, complex combination of like magical realism meets mystery meets more like literary, because I do tend to write more along the lines of literary. And I didn't know the editor, right? I'd never met him before. I'd never worked with him before. And I just thought, oh my God, he is going to nail my hiney to the wall. You know, and honestly, he had like 3 typos. And I thought, this must be phase 1. Like, I'll hand it in and then I'll come back and, you know, there'll be like the real edits, right? But no, that was it. So, and I had another instance where it was like, I handed it in for a benefit anthology, and they came back with some suggestions. And this goes back to the topic that we bring up all the time, like, can the author justify why they're doing what they're doing? Like, is there a purpose to it to the story? And you know, the story is actually called Hollywoodland, and the whole reason behind it is the backstory to it is it's around the time period of when the Hollywood sign actually was Hollywoodland, and the land part got burned down, and there's a whole historical backstory to it, and it's central to the short story. So like, it's stuff like that, right? Like, can the author justify, like, does this make sense? And if it doesn't make sense, right, like once the editor's done going through it, then you know, then you should help them figure it out, right? Or if there are areas of the story that can be beefed up, again, you help them figure out how do you do that. But yeah, I just blathered on for entirely too long. So before we get to there are a couple of great questions actually in the chat, but Ben and Peter, how do you guys feel when you submit your stories in to your editors? Wow, that got quiet.
I was deferring.
I'm hearing that. I'm hearing it in the silence.
I don't know what to expect because what I submit is the absolute best that I think I can do at the time.
Mhm.
And having a fresh pair of eyes that doesn't know, that hasn't spent hours and hours and hours poring over the manuscript, draft after draft, what they're going to say, think, or do. I
Mhm.
mean, it's a little frightening, but it's a little exciting at the same time. It's like, okay, well, this is a chance to make it better, seeing things that I couldn't quite see. And maybe there's a little bit of a rosy attitude because of how I deal with my authors, but at the same time, I mean, it's kind of scary because they could say, well, this should have been accepted in the first place. I don't know how you got past the front line.
Mm.
So I don't know what to expect. And a couple times I've been rewarded, and the edits been minimal, and a couple times they've been a little destructive. So it balances out. But you got to keep persevering. You got to keep writing. You got to keep submitting. And you got to keep going for it to see, when you're going to publish the next thing. So
Yeah, absolutely. All right, Mister, I deferred.
Oh, it's back to me already.
Yep.
You have a game now.
Yeah, with poetry, I hope they catch what I didn't catch. The editor's role, because I always get it published and say, oh, whoops, how'd that make it through? And there was a poem published in a journal where I was talking about the country Columbia, but spelled it like South Carolina.
Oh, yeah.
And and I hope they caught it, but it's just that stupid stuff that'll keep you up at night. But again, for poetry, it's usually we've got it formatted the way you submitted it. Here's the review copy. What do you think? Does it look like you want it? And I always see, well, if I read it one way, there could be a comma there, there could be an M dash there. I could separate that line. And so I try not to deviate from what my first thought was. But then with short stories, as long as I feel the integrity of the story was maintained, I appreciate the feedback of the suggestions to write something in a different way. As long as the overall story doesn't change, it's fine with me because it's your journal that's publishing it. So I'll make it look like you want it to look, but the story stands the same. That's the integrity part.
Got it. Cool. Well, so the first question we actually have in the chat is from Morgan Harris. Do you get a chance to read every book in queue for publication before they come out? All right, who's going to tell the truth?
There's some books that come out from us that I don't remember the title in the acquisition meeting, but yeah. So it's so the answer to that is no, but we do count. I think we put a lot of trust in the editing process. So the editors that we hire are the ones that we do trust, and they're looking at it like each one of us would. And so it's you don't have to, when you've got that kind of trust, I don't think you have to read every book before publication, because it goes through the editing and then the production process. And so there's a lot of checks along the way to build that trust.
Yeah, and I concur. I used to try to read at least the first 5 to 10 pages of every single submission, no matter the quality level. And then we're just at a point where we get so many submissions that, I think to Ben's point, I just decided, you know what? I'm going to trust the people that we've brought on who we know they know what they're doing, right? In some cases, they're former interns of ours who we taught them how to edit, right? We taught them how to actually analyze a story for acquisition or potential acquisition. So, like, literally the few weeks before we have our acquisition session, I go through and those titles that everyone said no to, I reject them because I know, you know, if all of our editors are like, well, hell no, well, it's highly unlikely I'm going to say yes, right? And the ones that are iffy, I kind of have a mental note about those to, like, at least read the first like 3 to 5 pages. And usually the ones that everyone says yes to, I know up front, at least one person is going to say, I want to edit this. So, I want to be a part of bringing this to life. So there's not really a reason to, I might read the first couple of pages, but especially like right now, I think we have over 300 submissions right now that we need to look at for the end of July. And considering how vocal we all are, and we all end up not only on live streams, but I'll be at San Diego Comic-Con later this month, right? So, typically when one of us is out at a conference, we'll see an uptick in submissions afterwards. So my bet is we'll probably have closer to like 400 or 500 submissions by the end of this month. So it's more about getting smarter, at least for me, getting smarter about how to assess what books to read, what submissions to read, and how to assess them, if that makes sense. So,
and to give a head nod to the interns, it goes back to the previous question about what you expect from the editor. Running Wild Press interns are they're cruel.
Compared to us, they really are.
Truly honest, because I submitted a short story for the 27 stories, the Fire anthology, and they didn't know that I had access to their comments.
Oh,
and I wish I hadn't had access to their comments. What an idiot this guy is. That's me.
They're like, what? Yeah, some of them are like, well, I don't know why they have it in this point of view, because that's just stupid. And I'm like, oh my God. Like, we don't talk that, we don't speak this way. Like,
so they're thorough. I remember one comment was, I submitted a short story for an anthology, and then they said it doesn't have page numbers. It's going into an anthology. How do I know the page numbers?
Yeah, it doesn't have to. Yeah. And that's part of the whole like training them.
Interns are thorough. They're a good bunch.
We now have our interns in the acquisition sessions, so that's part of their training as well, to learn so what actually matters. When we're assessing submissions for potential acquisition, and what is it that you're saying this because it's your, you prefer Batman over Spider-Man. Like, I don't give a shit. That's got nothing to do with nothing. So, and it's like, and it's kind of it's walking them through that so they better understand like what actually matters from a craft perspective and a narrative perspective, versus this is your own personal bias and it has no business in, being a part of the analysis. So
that's why they're learning.
Yeah.
That's how they learn. Exactly. Yeah. So Peter, Cecilia, how about you guys? What do you do?
Well, going back to whether or not we read everything that goes before publication, like we've already accepted them. We're a small operation, so I never get to see what's in the queue. Like once we edit, we hand everything directly off to the production team, who takes it from there. So we don't necessarily share those finished manuscripts amongst ourselves to see what's been done, because it's just such a small operation. So we do trust our production team, and the authors work very closely with the production team too. So they get to see the work as it progresses along, and then they get to go back, they get their proofs, they get to see everything and make changes, small changes at that point. I wish I could see, and had the time to see everything in the queue. I mean, it would be absolutely fascinating to see how something went from the acquisitions process to production. So that would be really, really interesting to see. But I tell you, I have to get on the website and start buying books because I'm fascinated by all of these stories that I hear when we come to the live stream, because there are so many good books out there that Running Wild Press puts out there. So yes, I need to go shopping. I'm going to be going on a plane trip mid-September, so I'm going to need books, and so yeah, I'll be looking for a few to take with me.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Peter, how about you? What's your process?
Oh, my process, there's no way I have the ability to read all the books that we. I mean, it's tough enough to go through the slush pile to get ready for the quarterly meetings on for the acquisitions editors. I would love to see, as Cecilia was saying, to go from to see the rough draft, the submission to the final product. I mean, that would be awesome to have the time to actually see that go. This turned into this. That's fantastic. It's phenomenal, because I know that our editors can do that and can transform, amazing books and stories into amazing novels and short stories. But I just don't have the time. I mean, with my day job and editing and the publishing responsibility I've recently acquired and writing my own stuff, it's just way too much. But I've been working on the submission pile and submission list past couple of weeks, going through there, making my comments on that, trying to keep up with that, because that's where the future is. That's what we want to publish going forward, and I want to make sure that what we get, what we accept, at least put my input into it, makes as much sense as I can possibly make it for the other editors, for the other acquisition editors.
And that's a good point. We do have day jobs. I wish this were my full-time job. It would be great, but it's a labor of love. And we have, really great editors to work with. It's a lot of fun. I enjoy it, and authors, but we have day jobs, and then we're looking at manuscripts and working on our own writing as well. So yeah, there's a lot that goes into our day.
Yeah, and it's interesting because I'm currently applying for capital funding, so that we can continue to grow, so that we can then, turn these minimally into part-time paid jobs, if not full-time jobs. And in some of my research, it's been said that, some really quality small presses go out of business because they decide too fast that they're going to quit their day job and just go to full time, because and I'll just be blunt, the supply chain for books, whether it be ebook, paperback, audiobook, hardback, it's so convoluted that it takes a really long time to build those relationships where you're going to get the Barnes and Nobles and the Targets and the big players who would buy in mass, right? And until that time, you're really huffing it just to get the small guys even to buy a single book. So but yeah, no, we all have day jobs, and we're all working our tushies off to make it real. So Caroline Shannon Davenport says, "Good evening, my dear friends. Wonderful to see you. Just wanted to jump in and say hi before I sign off for the night, as it is lovely to see you. It is absolutely lovely to see you as well." And then Morgan Harris asks a follow-up question. How do you choose the non-core editors? I'm assuming you guys are just going to stare at me, right?
Well, the non-core being the hired hands, the hired guns that we screen and bring in, and the process is basically, hey, we've got this title, we've chosen this title. Would you be interested in editing it? And so they get to review and say yes or no. So we don't assign it. We just think, well, based on previous work, this novel is comparative for some reason or other. Would they be interested in? And they, of course, they get the option to say yes or no. I can't right now. I'd love to, but I'm overtaken by events or whatever. So they have a say in being chosen.
Mm-hmm.
And then to choose editors, you have a test that we all take, Lisa. So yeah. Do you put out a call for it? Because I saw that there was a call for editors, and so I answered that one, and that's how I got the test. Do you continue to put out calls, or can people just ask you in email? Or
what's been happening lately is one of us goes to an event, or they'll even ask. We'll publish something of theirs. It could be a short story, it could be a novella, it could be from a whatever. And they'll ask their editor, how is there a chance that I could be an editor for you guys? And they'll go, I don't know, go call Lisa. And then and then they go through the test and everything. And we get lately we've also been getting a lot of, like, they'll see, it'll be someone who has their own editing business and they're trying to beef up their clientele. And so they'll reach out to find out if we'd be willing to hire them, and I'll tell them, well, these are the terms and you're going to have to take this test. And heads up, usually people who work with us, they're working with us because they know that our reputation is such, in terms of quality level of the stories that we put out there, that, I mean, I know of at least 2 people who actively went to bigger houses and they were hired based on, the titles that they had on their resume that they had worked on for us.
Wow.
So now what also typically happens is, like one young woman absolutely hated the the publishing house that hired her because they were more of like a mid to large mid-sized press, and the work they had her, the stuff they had her working on, it just wasn't the kind of thing that, it wasn't craft. Right. It wasn't like great stories. It was like, well, we know this will sell, so go do it, And I think she reached out to me at least 3 times while she was there for, I think, about 2 years, and then they went out of business, to be, and she was like, can you hire me now, like for this much? And she was based out of New York. And I was like, there's no way we can do $100K a year. Like, it's just not. Yeah. People do that when they've been long established and you're working for a major player, and I kind of remind her, that most people, they're working with us because, and I think Cecilia, you put it quite aptly, one of our other Ask Us Anythings, you're like, I just feel I'm with family, like they feel like they found their community and who understands that, it's more than just, I mean, don't get me wrong. It's not like I'm like, don't buy our books. It's more like, we want to make sure that these are great stories and it's great narrative. And if they're doing something that is I would never say it's never been done because how long has writing been in existence, right? I mean, it would be highly unlikely that it's never been done before, right? But maybe in more recent times it hasn't been played with. And, finding those unique voices and the unique work, the unique ways of using craft is, that's really why we're here, is because there are so many amazing authors out there, or aspiring authors, who they really just need to have editors who get it, right? They understand narrative, they understand craft, and they can fully support them in really elevating those stories and making them, bring them to the public. So I don't know. I hope that made sense, but my drugs are obviously kicking in. Otherwise I wouldn't suddenly start like slurring. So so Caroline Shannon Davenport asks, by the way, I'm working on a sequel to Terror at the Sound of the Whistle, looking for Looking for Love on Martha's Vineyard. Okay. Hoping you might want to publish it. Lisa. Oh, I'm getting called out. Okay. And that my wonderful editor Ben will want to be the one to do the deed again. Oh my gosh. Well, Carolyn, you have to submit it to us. I mean, we can't wait to see it. So if you get that follow-up into us before, I'd say mid-July, I can guarantee it'll be part of the acquisition session. Because it's July 27th, I think, is the next acquisition session. Yeah. I always do that, and Ben always laughs at me, which is fine.
Okay, I wrote it down.
Pick a date, I'd be ready.
I know, I'm the one who freaking put it on the calendar. Oh, it's the 28th.
It's Tuesday the 28th at 4:30 p.m.
Okay, see, now
I'm
going to
synchronize our watches.
I earned the giggle because I'm the doofus who put it on the calendar. It's at 4:30 p.m. Pacific time.
Yeah.
On the 28th. And you have to show up, because otherwise we're going to send the mafia for you, the book mafia.
Somehow I always show up prepared.
Somehow you always show up. Yeah,
prepared.
That's true. Yeah, well, no, so actually my favorite part, honestly, is of our acquisition sessions. It's when we get to the point where it's like, okay, are there any titles here that you are absolutely in love with? And everybody has at least 2 or 3 that they're like, oh my God, I want to work on, bing, 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 right? Whatever it is, every single time. And it's even better when it's multiple people want to work on the same title, but maybe they have a slightly different vision for it, and it's also fun when Ben and Peter are both classically will do if someone else says, oh, but I want to work on it. And they're like, you know what? I'm really effing tired. Yeah, you do it. So, but yeah, that's how we pick our, at this juncture, typically they come to us and ask if they can work with us. And then that's when I give them all the precursors so that they're not shocked. So
Peter and I had we both wanted I can't remember the whole title, but there was some Ukrainian novel. The title had Ukraine in it, and for different reasons we both wanted to edit it, and then it ended up the author withdrew it and went somewhere else. So it showed us both.
Honestly, that usually happens because sometimes we'll have authors who'll submit work and we don't even have a chance to review it for a year or two later, and they'll get mad and they'll pull it, and they'll get assigned to an editor, and then it's not an immediate gratification, right? And then again, they'll get mad and they'll pull it. And mind you, I get it, I understand. But what's also interesting to me is the number of times we've had people do that, and then they'll come back to us because either A, they can't sell it someplace else, or B, when they finally do find another house, let's just say it's not necessarily the experience that they had anticipated. So they'll come back with another title. So Suzanne Craig Whitlock. I'm Suzanne. You can kill me later. I'm sure I just goobered your last name.
He's
Are you Why talk? Oh, thank you. See, I did. I completely.
I could be wrong. I could be absolutely wrong too. So, oh my gosh, Suzanne, I'm sorry.
No. I'm so sorry. I suck at.
No. I mean, I may have said it wrong too.
Well, she asks, are you having any issues with authors trying to sneak in AI?
I think if they did, we'd know by the time we got through the editing process. Because even if we picked something accidentally that had AI in it, there's no way an author could get through our editing process without, having to, our editing process is so rigorous to some extent that even if somebody tried to slip that in, they'd be discovered in the middle of it, I think. I mean, even if it wasn't caught, I mean, usually I think we catch it in acquisition. It is Wittick.
So we both effed up.
Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Wittick.
I can't believe y'all did that.
Oh, bite me. You do it all the time. Actually, now, so Cecilia, I agree. We've had some titles that it was obvious. I mean, you just read the first 3 pages and it was clear a human being did not write this. For a variety of reasons, whether it's it just the sentence structures didn't make sense or
right. Usually we see it in acquisitions, but if it gets to the editing process part and we're seeing that it's not where it needs to be, it's not good. Our editing process is so rigorous that we would catch it at some point.
Well, and mind you, too, the contract that you have to sign clearly states that you cannot use AI as a part of the writing the piece. We don't use AI for editing, and we don't use AI for cover design. Which, by the way, I've confirmed with our cover designer Amir several times. So. To me, those are the core aspects that, in terms of use of AI, it defeats the whole point of having a craft and narrative based story company, if that makes sense. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, my drugs are seriously kicking in. But anyway,
I'm not doing the short story anthology this year, but I would think that if it was going to be a major issue, it would probably show up in short stories more than in a novel. You might find a section in a novel, but the short story itself would probably be more driven by AI if there was a problem. But I'm guessing. Like I said, I'm not doing the anthology this year.
Sure you're not. You just say it, but
I was relieved. I was relieved of my duty.
Well, if you want to do it, you can.
No. Okay. I was relieved of my duty, then I was relieved that I was relieved of my duty.
See? You can also always do the novella anthology because I just can't do
that's
it.
Yours.
No, I need one of someone else to do the novella anthologies. So even though I saw on Edelweiss our 2027 novella anthologies, someone gave it a 5-star review and said it was a must read. And I was like, oh wow, check us out. I had no idea. So I don't know. Peter, what do you think in terms of the whole AI thing?
I just watch for mechanical writing stuff that doesn't really connect with the reader. It's just there as exposition for exposition's sake. One of my biggest flags is an obvious one is the M dash. When that comes across and it's a common use of a sentence structure, that kind of piques my interest. And then when there's 209 of them,
Oh my
in an
God.
8,000-word book, I'm like, something's wrong here, because that's not the go-to punctuation mark.
It is for me though.
What?
It is for me though, the M dash. I love it because I use it a
I
lot.
love it.
I do actually. So probably I
Okay.
use it a lot, but I think that there's a way that it's being used in AI where it sounds commercialized, it sounds weird, it sounds off. Whereas when a human uses it, it's like it's going to be different. It's not going to sound like it's so, I don't know, formulaic,
Pause, then
I guess.
jump. It's pause then jump.
Yes, exactly.
There's the same process as
there's
opposed
that,
to going,
yeah.
this is this and now we're on to this. Like, no, that doesn't make sense. It's not literally true. But
Yeah, I think that there is a tell, I think, with the M dash with AI in that there is this very mechanical, formulaic way of using it. But when you see authors and human beings using it in real life, there's twists, there's variations. It sounds more natural, I guess. Yeah.
Exactly. And I like them too. I'm not against them totally like that, but I use them for emphasis. But use them for emphasis as opposed to a common punctuation mark.
Yeah.
Or a common punctuation tool that doesn't quite flow with the individual sentence. So
I could see that.
So
Yeah,
I
I can see that.
just to pay attention to what you're looking at. I mean, because 209 M dashes is a lot for a manuscript. Use them wisely, young Jedi. Use them for a standard go-to kind of thing, because then it looks like you're relying on AI.
That's
and
true.
they're called M dashes because Emily Dickinson used to use them.
Right. Exactly.
Wait, did you just make that up? I'm gonna look it up
I
now.
think they're the size of an M.
Yeah, well, you heard it here first. If it ever comes to be the truth, you heard it here first.
Right.
That makes sense. That's the M dash.
Yeah.
Thanks,
I
Emily.
like the M and M dashes myself.
Yeah.
I don't see anything about Emily Dickinson. You're gonna have to prove this one, Bubbo.
Okay. Maybe I made it up.
See? All right, so now I have to ask, because we only have 7 minutes left and there's no new questions. Although Suzanne kindly said that is excessive for M dash, but lots of us grew up using the M dash. Although to Peter's point, a lot of us grew up using M dash, and then our English teacher went, "Stop that! You're not using it right."
Yeah, mine would tell me I didn't use it right. That was the thing. I could use it, but I needed to use it correctly.
That's what I would hear.
Yeah.
So now I'm going to ask the $1 million question. So what made you guys decide to A, write, and B, edit or become an editor?
Well, I knew math wasn't my thing, so yeah, I wouldn't be a scientist. Yeah, I mean, I just always grew up writing. Like my mom wrote, my dad tried to, my dad was a chemist, so he was really good at giving presentations, but he hated writing them down. But he was really good at, just speaking, from his experience and talking about, what he was doing, which is a kind of writing, because he's composing, and breaking down, his work in a way that's accessible to other people. But yeah, I mean, I just grew up around it and I liked it. And so writing is, what I love to do. And then editing is a way to avoid writing, and writing is a way to avoid editing. So it works for me.
You were worried
Oh.
about really spoken.
That's fabulous.
The universe balances out that way.
Peter, how about you?
I was living alone. I had a day job, really cool job, and I was living by myself, and I got sick of watching television. So I'd have dinner, something involving ground beef, and I would go to my office and I would write. I had an idea for a story, and I would just write. I had no idea how to do it. I had no training, no classes, no anything. I did have some journalism background, so I knew some stuff, but I wrote a book, and then I wrote another one, and I didn't know enough to know that they were terrible, but I was just writing books, and then I started submitting stories to journals and to magazines and whatnot, and finally, and my books place, and finally, an agent said, "You're a writer, but you need to learn your craft. You need to go to take classes." So I enrolled in a couple of schools and started to learn my craft. And then I kept on learning, and I got my certificate, I got my master's degree, and it's just things really clicked. And then when I got the opportunity to edit after having my novellas accepted by Running Wild, you're like, "Do you want to edit for us?" I'm like, "Sure, yeah, let me try this out." And it just made sense for me. I mean, I see things in the manuscript that are tough to see in my own writing.
Yeah.
I mean, I see the spots where they're missing images, they're missing scene, they're missing character development. It's just stuff that makes sense to me from my training, from my learning from the years of school I went through. That is just such a delight to be able to go to authors like, "Try this. You could do this. Why don't you add this? What about this?" And really expand and expound upon the story, as well as honing it down to make the tale that much more straightforward and enriching and enwrapped. You know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
So that's kind of that's my path, as it were.
How about you, Ben? Or Ben?
Now you got your name back, Ben.
See?
Who is it? It's. I think it started with coming from a culture of oral storytelling, and so you pick up nuances and humor, and then school was there in the background to where it was rewarded for having a voice and being able to write your voice. And so that's the encouragement part. I think that's schools are there to encourage sometimes if they forget that's what they're there for. But don't get me started.
Dang nabbit.
Get off my lawn. And then to polish it, and I've said it, probably said it 100 times on the calls here. I'm a prolific poet because I'm a lazy fiction writer, and vice versa. But it's a matter of, it was March. Well, actually, it was January 1st, 2011. I said, well, if I'm going to do it, I'm going to write a poem a day. From here on out, it's a poem a day. And I made it.
How
to
do
the
you
24th.
remember that it was exactly January 1st, 2011?
It's a curse. It's a curse.
But I can't remember the 4th of July.
Exactly.
who was
Thank
that? When Cinco de Mayo.
you. Or Cinco de Mayo. There you go. And even though it's in the name.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, keep talking. Yes.
So I made it to the 24th of March, and I didn't write one, and it didn't feel right. So starting back up on the 25th of March, 2011, I've written at least one poem a day, and sometimes as many as 16 or 20 poems a day. And in that time span, one or two of them are pretty good. I like one or two of them, but it's so once you start that and you get it in your daily routine. I think that's key, and It's something you have to do. It's your ikigai. If we're not the icky guy, the ikigai. That's different.
Ikigai. Okay.
Yeah, the Japanese, the purpose. Your number one purpose. What is it? And so you set that, and then the editing part. You made me start editing. You said, "Hey, you're going to be an editor from here on out." I said, "Okay, Lisa." But I think it was, like with Peter, it was just an extension of the craft to see what other writers were doing. So that there's a curiosity there that editing feels, and it keeps us making suggestions instead of demanding changes. We just make suggestions because we know we know we may be wrong. Rarely
are you wrong, obviously.
You
Duh.
want to guide, but you don't want to trample ego because this is their baby. And I mean, yes, they need to separate it from themselves because it's not them. We're not insulting them. We're just saying this could be better. So one of my favorite questions is, and one of my authors pointed this out in his forward, is like, Peter, could he make this better? Right. That was my nickname. Can you do better?
Make
here?
it better
Mm-hmm.
with no M dash.
Now I have to look at how many M dashes I do actually have in my novel. I might have a lot. I don't know.
Well, now you know your upper limit is 290.
Yeah,
You know,
clearly.
if I do, that's something I can work on.
Threshold is 290.
Well,
My-
for our next run wild with us, I want you guys to think about, like, what was your biggest shock when you were learning craft compared to what your assumptions were. So, and what I mean by that is, like, I know one of mine was I was very used to analyzing storytelling from an English lit perspective, which is nothing like analyzing story from a craft or a narrative or like from an actual, like, an editor perspective, right? So yeah, I'd say just think about that, and I can elaborate it in our next run wild with us, but we can start with that, I think. So awesome. Well, with that, we're way over.
we can start with that if Ben remembers what we're going to start with.
Yeah, well, okay, yeah. Ben has to remember what we're going to start with.
I'll remember that. Now I can't forget it.
How?
What was it
Suzanne. What? Huh? Suzanne, Morgan, thank you guys so much for the great questions. Everyone who joined us, again, thank you so much. And again, if you have any questions during the week and you're like, they're not online, this is just a recording, please go ahead, put your questions in the comment section, and we will be more than happy to respond to them next week. So with that, thank you, everybody. Have a fabulous holiday weekend, and we'll see you soon.
That's this weekend.